capacity crowd at Pittodrie. Tremendous enthusiasm around the stadium. Aberdeen, of course, obtaining tremendous sympathy from their supporters after their efforts of last Sunday, and of course following up with a superb win in midweek at Paisley. So morale is remarkably high in the Aberdeen camp. Celtic too, though, determined to get right back on the rails after some stutters recently. Here's Billy Stark, ex-Aberdeen player, and it's mopped up by Willie Miller. There's Willie Faulkner, and Simpson playing into space. At the back was Roy Aiken for Celtic. Peter Weir battling hard for Aberdeen, and it's Hewitt back to Nicholas. And then Willie Miller is the man at the back. A big bonus for Aberdeen now is the inclusion of Peter Weir, who's back to something like his best form, starting his top match of the season. Good play by McAvenny. He has Walker and McGee with him. Paul McStay also supporting. Didn't quite catch that the way he wanted, I'm sure, Mike McAvenny. But as he strode forward, taking that good pass from McStay, eluding his marker, going forward with McGee breaking to the right, Walker on the left, decided to try to test Jim Leighton, but the shot goes wide. Faulkner's the target, won by White, Simpson, Nicholas, Connor, good running by Simpson. Weir stayed on the left touchline to provide an option. Good play by Weir. Superb cross, just too high for Hewitt. Back it goes to McKimmie, now Betts. Bet retaining possession well, but Celtic have got men back now to face the ball. Simpson, trying the quick 1-2 with Hewitt. Well, late challenge on Simpson by Stark. Referee Ferguson was right on the spot. Free kick to Aberdeen. And a let off that underneath for Celtic as Weir shot his magic on the left, deceiving Chris Morris to cross beyond Pat Bonner, and Hewitt couldn't reach it. There's Hewitt. There's curling too high, and no real threat there for Pat Bonner. Here to catch the arm of Mark McGee. The referee allowing play to continue. Alec McLeish and Willie Miller protesting to the referee. There was handball by McGee. But in any event, it's Aberdeen who have possession. That's good play from Morris. He has Stark on the right. And a good recovery by Leighton. Put under pressure immediately and quite properly by Andy Walker. Well, what a fine move this was. Chris Morris setting it up himself, winning possession just inside the Aberdeen half, striding forward, using Stark as a decoy, a powerful shot, and Leighton did well to recover quickly. There's Jim Bett. Up goes Bonner, unchallenged, a very safe pair of hands, and Celtic on the attack straight away via Chris Morris. Good play from McStay and from Stark. An excellent Celtic move, and it's Peter Nicholas yet again making the important intervention around the box. After that surging run from Paul McStay, great play, linking with Stark, striding forward, and it was Peter Nicholas who got back to nip the ball away to safety. McAvenny into the path of McGee. A chance is on now for Celtic, and McGee has another opportunity, and it just would not run for the Celtic striker. What an opportunity that was. It was McAvenny who played that instant pass into the path of Mark McGee, striding clear of the Aberdeen defence. The first touch was a clumsy one. He then got the second chance, but it broke awkwardly off him behind for the goal kick. Half an hour gone, still no sign of the deadlock being broken. Nicholas, another good piece of play in midfield. There's Hewitt. Simpson. Appear to be tipped by Morris. The free kick has been given. The Look of innocence from Morris. The free kick quickly taken. There's Hewitt. It came off Morris. But that was very good play by White. Playing it away and getting a second chance. But White was tempted to leave that to Bonner. Took the responsibility himself. A fine piece of defending. Oh, great play from Weir. Header from Faulkner. But just have another look at the close skills of Peter Weir in that very tight corner, around the corner flag, deceiving Chris Morris to make space for that vicious cross, and Willie Faulkner's header going over the top. McCarthy doing well despite the pressure applied by Willie Faulkner and the foul against the young Aberdeen striker. Will have to be taken from the right place. McCarthy with the free kick. Looking for Billy Stark and Mark McGee at the far corner of the box, but it's McLeish who brings it clear. Touch on from Hewitt, a great chance now for Aberdeen on the break. Jim Bett, he has Faulkner ahead of him. No one yet on the left, forced to turn back. Trying it by himself. And Jim Bett's shot goes narrowly wide, but what a good effort it was from the break. McLeish playing it out. Hewitt with the neatest of touches into the path of Bett. He came powering forward. No one available on the left, so he checked back inside, lined up the shot, and Bonner was happy to see that go wide. Now it's Morris who makes progress on the Celtic right. McGee, good touch on. McAvenny has the chance to turn. Well taken by Leighton, a very awkward ball into the 6-yard box. And McAvenny coming close. It was the head flick from Mark McGee which gave him the opportunity to hold things up, turn, find some space and slant that into the box. It was well taken by Jim Leighton. Willie Faulkner had to be careful. Well done by Stark. That was Stay's header which reached McCarthy. Again a fine piece of goalkeeping by Jim Leighton. Mark McGee making life as difficult as he could for him. But this is why Jim Leighton's the Scottish international keeper. Look at the way McCarthy drills this ball in. Leighton showing his anticipation, his courage and his safe handling. Well, inside the final minute of the first half. Indeed, that is the end of the first half. No scoring, some entertaining football. Celtic undoubtedly having the attacking edge, and the best chance of the first half falling to Mark McGee. No question about that. The former Aberdeen striker released through the middle by Frank McAvenny, striding forward, clear on Jim Leighton, over-carried the ball initially, got the rebound, carried it beyond. So no scoring in the first half. It's Aberdeen 0, Celtic 0. 4 out of the last 5 Premier League matches between the clubs have ended in draws. One went out being won by Aberdeen. And this match so finely balanced that we could be in for yet another share of the spoils unless either side can find a way past the goalkeepers. And a looking chance there for Willie Faulkner as the ball swirled awkwardly into the box, bouncing beyond him, spinning away to safety. Nicholas kept the ball in play by virtue of his good close control. Here's Faulkner, well tackled by White. Billy Stark now breaking from midfield, linking with McGee. McAvenny was offside, but Stark held things up. Intelligent play by Stark. There would undoubtedly have been an offside decision had the pass gone forward. Corner into midfield for Bett. Measured pass towards McKimmie, but it was read well by McCarthy. Now that was top-class experience defending by Mick McCarthy. Read the intentions of Jim Bett early enough to go across and cut off that move. Faulkner, Simpson. Well, that's good play. He's away from Stark. Still Simpson going forward. Very powerful as he reaches the box. Toss it goes to Hewitt. Blocked on the line by McCarthy. And that could so easily have been the opening goal. It was great play by Aberdeen and by Neil Simpson in particular as he surged forward, going across the angle of the box, turning to play the ball across. It reached John Hewitt, his shot then blocked by McCarthy. Here's Willie Miller now. Aberdeen taking heart from that attack. Interception again by McCarthy. Aiken plays it to Bonner. Spinning awkwardly away from Connor. There's Walker. Connor made no mistake that time, sending it back to Leighton. That appeared to be a handball, but the referee allows play to continue with Simpson in possession again for Aberdeen, beginning to assert himself in this second half. Neil Simpson. Connor has Weir on the outside. Nicholas in that supporting role again in the middle of the field. Here's Willie Faulkner. And a very good piece of play by Faulkner. He just ran out of space. Taking the pass from Nicholas. Controlling it well, going past the defender, but Bonner was quickly off his line. Paul McStay, good effort from McStay. Saw his chance there with that high ball, they chested down and surged forward for the shot, which certainly wasn't far away. The substitution now being made by Aberdeen. Keith Edwards coming on to replace John Hewitt. Signed from Leeds United last month, and he's been scoring a lot of goals in the reserves. Here's Neil Simpson, away from White. Faulkner, off the post, and Aiken clears it. Wow, what a chance that was, and a let-off for Celtic. The way Neil Simpson fought for the ball from Derek White at the edge of the box, chipped it across the face of the goal, and Faulkner's glancing in, and Bonner couldn't reach it, but the post came to Celtic's aid. Powerful play again from Simpson. Stark and McGee putting pressure on him. Simpson thought he was fouled, but the referee disagreed. Celtic in possession with Peter Grant. Here's Walker. Lofting it forward. Willie Miller's there for Aberdeen. Superb defending. Caught late by McAvenny after the clearance. That was picked up by the referee. No malice between the two players. Travelled to Mexico together in the World Cup squad. Connor's free kick. Jim Bett doing well, but it breaks for White. It's McAvenny. McGee doing well again in the air. Paul McStay showing his strength and determination this time. McGee, back it goes to McStay. Charged down by Miller. Good defending. Connor racing across, but beaten to the ball by Stark. Referee and linesman disagree, but the referee's what will rule, and he has given the throw to Celtic. Stark. McStay. Wallace is very quick. Connor being careful, and he wasn't careful enough. It's McAvenny. Frank McAvenny picks up that gift goal for Celtic. And 19 minutes from the end, Celtic go ahead. Well, what a mistake that was. A race was on from Morris and Connor. Connor clearly thought that Morris couldn't reach the ball. He managed to hook it back. Willie Miller blocked it as Leighton was out of place. And there was McAvenny to thunder the ball into the top corner to put Celtic ahead. So McAvenny with his second goal for Celtic. The one which he clearly realised it was a fleeting snap chance for the former West Ham United striker, and how well he buried it. But an error of judgment by Robert Connor. He misjudged the pace of Chris Morris, and Aberdeen paid dearly for that. So back with Pat Bonner. So the long ball forward, McAvenny going up with Miller. And it's McCarthy towards Mark McGee. He finishes with him, and still McGee. And back it goes to Leighton. So while that goal was being celebrated, Joe Miller came on in place of Willie Faulkner for Aberdeen. Getting into trouble, McAvenny. Good play again from McAvenny, growing in confidence now for Celtic. Lofting it into the middle, looking for McGee. It's touched on by Willie Miller. It's Celtic ending the match in confident style. Turned away by Bet, the throw to Celtic. Peter Grant walks away, leaves the throw to Paul McStay. Well, there's no question that Celtic now are ending the match looking like winners. They had an excellent first half, lost their way a little at the start of the second half. The goal has brought them back to full confidence. Time has run out now, surely, for Aberdeen. We're into time added on for stoppages. You hear a whistling from the Celtic fans. It looks as though the Aberdeen undefeated home record in the league is over, and indeed it is. There's the final whistle. Celtic the winners by 1-0. A splendid piece of opportunism by Frank McAvenny, going a long way to justify his £800,000 transfer fee from West Ham United. In the end, Celtic running out good winners by that Frank McAvenny goal.
Billy, did you view that as a particularly important victory for Celtic?
Well, I think so.